Hi there, and welcome back to Gut Health Made Simple. Here you're going to find easy to understand information and practical tips on how you can make the changes necessary to heal yourself from the inside. So if you're here to reduce inflammation, manage your autoimmune disease, or simply just feel better every day when you wake up, you already know that dietary patterns and lifestyle choices make a huge difference in how you feel. But the one thing that we need to get started with is the mindset. So it's going to be really important for us to have our mind in the right spot in order to implement changes that we can be consistent with and have last for the rest of our lives. The very first thing that's really important to shift your mindset about is how you think about food. Now, me in particular, I have always found food to be something that I reward myself with. It's something I find great joy in. I really, really, really enjoy sweets, particularly cake. It's one of those things where I'm like all or nothing. So if I have a little bit of sugar, then I'm going to have a lot of sugar, and then I'm going to feel it the next day. It's something that I never really thought that was having an impact on the way that my joints were feeling every day for the last 35 years. And having removed sugar from my life, I now understand that it does have an impact. But that's another thing to really think about as far as food is it's not a deprivation if you're trying to eat healthy. It's more a reward for you to eat healthy and feel good about yourselves. So think about when you're buying food, when you're preparing food, and when you're eating food, that you are essentially consuming something that is going to give you the energy and the well-being to enjoy the things that are really important in life. For example, my grandchildren, they make me very happy. You might have a hobby, golfing or something that's very physical like pickleball or other things besides that, walking or anything like that, that you really enjoy. And so when you choose foods that are good for you, don't feel like you're depriving yourselves of things like sugary or fatty foods that you really used to enjoy. Think more about the fact that you are giving yourself the opportunity to enjoy something that's going to enjoy a meal that's going to actually make you enjoy life. One thing that you can say to yourself is that this is not a diet, because in fact it is not a diet. It is your diet for probably the rest of your life if you can maintain it, and hopefully you will be able to. But it is more so a dietary pattern, and it's also choosing foods that nourish you. One thing that I've always had ingrained in me is that autoimmune disease runs in my family. My grandmother had rheumatoid arthritis, and when my joints started swelling back at 15, 16, 17 years old, we were pretty sure that this is something that was, going to happen to me, and I was in fact diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis all those years ago. And it was just something that I thought, well, this is just how I live. It's how it's going to be. But the reality is, the condition doesn't have the control. I actually now have learned that I have the control. So I'm the one who can control the way that I live my life and what I put into my body, and therefore I can control the disease. Now, not all diseases are going to be like this, but having discovered this, well, it would be pretty strange if I didn't take advantage of it. And this is exciting because what it really tells you is you're not powerless. Your daily choices do matter, and you do have an impact on the way that you're going to feel tomorrow and next week and down the line. As you'll find, it's not just dietary changes that are going to be important for your gut health and your overall well-being. You're going to have to make changes in movement and exercise and the way that you sleep and your stress patterns. And so we'll be working through different videos for all of those different things. But one thing that I find is very, very helpful, particularly when I exercise. So notice I didn't say particularly when I have to exercise. Now I've kind of changed my mindset about exercise, and it's no longer, oh, I have to get through this workout, or I don't run on the treadmill anymore, but it used to be I have to run today in order to maintain my weight or something like that. But now it's more, I get to. I get to do this workout. My workout's 25 minutes. I get to do that today. And so I'll walk you through that workout in a different video and kind of walk you through what I'm saying to myself in my head that helps me kind of feel like this is a pretty big thing. This is quite an accomplishment, and it's also such a good thing that I'm doing for myself. So make that mindset change for things that you feel sometimes are a burden in your life, and it doesn't have to be exercise. It could be something that maybe stresses you out. Instead of saying things like I have to do this, say things like I get to do this. It really does make a difference. And then finally, something that can be very, very useful is to do a self-assessment. So start today, do a self-assessment today. If you click the link down in the description, it's www.grammygoinggreen.com. You can access a free self-assessment that you can download, print out, and fill out. And you can do it a couple times and then see your progress over the next couple months. Do the self-assessment, see how you're feeling today, and then start to see how some of these changes are helping you. And your mindset will change as you start to see an impact on the way that you feel and your overall wellness. If you found these tips helpful, well, don't forget to click subscribe, and then you can find out when the next video is coming out. And also, please share with a friend who might be feeling like they need a little help with their gut health. Additionally, don't forget to check out my videos on what I keep in my pantry and what I keep in my fridge. And then you can get started on making that grocery list so you can implement some of these changes sooner rather than later. Have a great day.